Welcome back to the channel. My name's Tom, and today I'm back with an honestly unexpected update on the Enfield Square Mall in Enfield, Connecticut. The last time I filmed at the mall was back in October of 2022, so about 9 months ago. I had planned to film a follow-up video at this mall eventually, but probably not until the end of 2023. However, I was driving by the mall recently and I noticed that there were some changes at the mall that I just had to investigate. The first thing that I noticed was that there were new notices taped to the entrances of the old Macys. These notices are dated May 23rd and May 25th, 2023, and they're from the Town of Enfield, Department of Public Works, Division of Building Inspection. Basically, they're both notices of unsafe structure. This one here is for the women's department at Macys, which is apparently 86C Elm Street. In a nutshell, it says that the building was recently inspected and was determined not to be watertight or protected from trespass. As a result, water leaks have damaged the sprinkler pipes, the electrical wiring, ceiling tiles, and insulation. So for that one, notice was given May 25th. The owners have 5 days to apply for a permit to correct the issue, 15 days to start repairs, and 30 days to complete the repairs. The day I filmed this is day 10, so they have until June 9th to start the repairs, and then the repairs have to be done by June 30th. I'll try to stop by sometime after day 15 to see if anything's been done, but I'm not holding my breath. And as you can see there's junk all over the floor. I'm guessing those are ceiling tiles and insulation. There was a little bit of that last time I was here, but I don't think there was that much. And also you can hear there's an alarm going off in the background. That's coming from inside the building. Now, part of the notice said that the building was not secured from trespass, so I'm guessing that means it wasn't locked. I didn't try to open the door, but I'm assuming after they went in there last time, they probably locked it up. Probably. Now, the next thing I noticed was that there's significantly more vandalism and graffiti than there was roughly 9 months ago. If you watch back my other two videos on the Enfield Mall, you'll see that there was some vandalism, but nowhere near this level. I'm not exactly sure when all this was done. I do live fairly close to the mall, and I drive by occasionally, but probably only once every 3-4 weeks. However, my guess would be that this happened probably within the last couple of months. You'll see here on the right, in front of the door here, is this concrete slab on the ground. That's not supposed to be there. That is a capstone from one of the walls that surrounds the mall. And that obviously was put there by the vandals. And always, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment, and hit that notification bell. I do have a lot more mall videos coming up, as well as store walkthroughs and flea market videos. Thanks. This part of the mall has not looked good for years. But as we get closer, you'll notice there is more graffiti, and also there's quite a bit of property damage, which was not here last time. If you saw my last video on this mall, you might remember that when I came here in July 2022, this area looked like a jungle, but by October they had cleared it out. And I think as you can see now, it's starting to fill in again, so I would guess probably by this time next year, it's going to look like a jungle again. There we've got that additional graffiti that was not here last time. And taking a look inside, it does look a little different. The last time I was here, those doors were all blocked off, I believe. And now you can see that door on the right, the second one from the right, is smashed out. Don't remember it being like that last time. These smashed stones are new. These were not here last time. This is another one of those capstones from the wall. And I think I eventually ended up counting a total of 5 or 6 capstones that had been damaged by the vandals. This door has always been graffitied like this. I think there is some additional graffiti on it, but it was always significantly graffitied. I think the graffiti on the wall, though, is new. And here we have more capstones removed from the wall. That's one of the problems of having very poor security at a mall like this. That stuff can happen. I don't think I've seen security at this mall in literally years. Here's my favorite part of this mall, this enormous archway and then this inner courtyard here. And it seems to have gotten the worst of the graffiti. None of this graffiti was here back in November. It's really a shame. It's really a shame. At least they didn't smash any windows here, but this is just horrible. This used to look pretty nice. This is the other entrance to the women's department that we looked at earlier, so it's got the same notice as the other door had. And again, they have until June 9th to start repairs. Place your bets now if you think they're going to do anything. I say no. I say nothing gets done here at all. And you can see there's more debris on the ground there. I think that might have been there back in November. I love how the wind's blowing through this courtyard and these trees. It's both beautiful and creepy at the same time. In addition to the vandalism and the decay inside the building, you can see that the outside of the building is decaying on its own as well. I would guess that they haven't painted or really done anything to maintain the outside of this mall in at least minimum 10 years. Just look at all that, I guess that's mold and mildew running down from the GameStop sign. Alright, so now we're on the opposite side of the mall. This is the old Macys men's department. And up until last year, they were actually doing a craft fair or farmer's market inside this Macys on Sundays, and I'm kind of kicking myself that I didn't get out to see it because, you know, based on the building essentially being condemned at this point, I don't think it's going to happen again. And this was surprising. I've never seen one of these ever. It says, "Do not remove per order of the fire marshal." And then at the bottom it says date of application 5/24/23, last inspected 5/23/23. So if there's any firefighters out there or building inspectors who know what that sign means exactly, let me know. You know, I can get a gist of what it means, but I don't know specifically what it means. The notice of unsafe structure on this building, the men's department, is a little bit different than the other one on the women's department. It was done 2 days earlier on May 23rd, so as of the filming of this, we're at day 12, which means day 15 when they have to start repairs is June 7th, and then repairs have to be done by June 22nd, which again, I highly doubt that's going to happen. You can see there they actually have a photo of what the damage looks like, and basically there's a gaping hole in the roof. I'm not sure if they did anything to cover up the hole or not, but if anybody out there has a drone, you might want to take a look. Not too much has changed over here. They still have this same Christmas setup from, I think it was 2 Christmases ago, because this was here in July of 2022. So it's at least from December of 2021. And you can see there's the sign for the indoor farmers market. If anybody went to that farmers market, let me know what you saw inside. Did you see any signs of decay in there at the time? And there we've got the same notice on the other side of the building. Then over here next to the Party City, the window on the right here looks like it's cracked. And I'm not sure if it's intentional or not, and I'm also not sure if it's the glass or just the tinting that's cracked there. It looked like the glass when I was there in person. So now I've taken a right from the old Macys men's department, and I'm going to walk around the building, go past the movie theater and the old Sears. Looks like the vandals skipped this loading dock for some reason. I think it's probably the only area that they skipped. While I was over here, I decided to go back into this area, which I've never been in before. It looks like it's mainly just back entrances to the stores and I guess some dumpsters over in the corner. There's not really that much back here, but like the rest of the mall, it looks pretty terrible. I mean, I think if you were to tell me this was an abandoned mall, not just a dead mall, but an abandoned mall, I would believe you. Straight ahead is the Cinemark movie theater, and amazingly it's still open. I could actually hear them playing movies as I was walking by. I wouldn't be surprised though that if at least a few of the theaters were completely empty. I'd like to go in someday to check it out, but as you can probably imagine, movie theaters aren't super friendly to people filming inside them. So this was kind of weird. I noticed there were gouges all over the side of the building, and I had thought this was concrete, but obviously it's not. It looks like it's foam underneath, then some sort of chicken wire, and I guess stucco on top. But it's all over the side of the building, and it wasn't there last time. I don't know how that would happen. The only thing I could think of would be maybe somebody was using the snowplow during the winter and they got too close to the building. Otherwise, I don't know how that would have happened. And also there's this plywood here on the wall, which I don't know what's underneath it, but it might be another one of those gouges, but even worse possibly. This used to be the entrance to the Sears Home and Garden and Tool Department and Sporting Goods Department. I remember I bought a dehumidifier here back in, I think, 2010, and I scraped my wheels on my car against this curb. I remember it very clearly. It's not looking too great inside there. I think those are leaves everywhere. And I think that was there also back in November. remember this was the door they would use when they were loading stuff into your car. And the lights are still on there. And on the ground, what do we have? We have a dead bird. Right there in the bottom left of the frame. So that must smell nice. This is the Sears loading dock, and not much has changed here except for that graffiti. That's new, where it says "Time to Die." I'm hoping it means it's time for the mall to die, and not time for me to die. The Sears Auto Center off to the right there looks pretty much unscathed. I don't think there's been much change at all since October. Now let's take a closer look at the condition of the building here. That's not just paint flaking off, that is pieces of concrete flaking off. And this is some weird kind of repair here. I don't know what the heck they were doing, because it's sticking out. I don't know what that is. Like, what kind of repair is that? Thought this was kind of interesting. If you look straight ahead, you can actually see the transparent door that they have down inside the mall, and you can see the people actually walking past the door. I don't think I've ever noticed that before. This loading dock area has always looked pretty bad, but there's new graffiti in there, and I don't remember any of that junk being there back in October. And if you look closely here, you can see there's actually a hole in the building. So that can't be good. Not to mention the fact that it's completely covered in mold and mildew and actually moss. So who knows what's going on behind those walls. And this is the old main entrance to Sears. I remember walking in there many, many times to go clothes shopping. I'm very fashionable, so I would always shop at Sears for my clothing. And that graffiti is new. I think it says Zorker or Zorkers, which I saw a few times. So I don't know if the guy doing the tagging is named Zorker or he's part of some group named Zorkers. But it appears that Zorker was responsible for this, wherever that might be. And there you have it. That's my June 2023 update to the Enfield Square Mall in Enfield, Connecticut. I do plan to do an update to the inside of the mall at some point this year. Not sure exactly when, so stay tuned for that. But if you liked this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment, and hit that notification bell. I got a lot more mall videos coming up, as well as store walkthroughs and of course flea markets. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.